Alright, the first thing you do when you take a file into GarageBand is minimize or close iMovie, find the file. In our case, here it is, myexam.movie. I'm going to put it back in this area where I can find it, and I'm going to go down to the guitar and launch GarageBand. There are many ways to do this, but like the photograph, the easiest way to get a movie into GarageBand is to simply drag it from off the screen to on the screen. So, I'm going to first click New Project and then go down to Movie, Choose. I'm going to call this something that will make sense to me. My first file is called My Exam. Why not make this next file My Exam 2? The higher number file is the one I'm currently working on. And I'm going to put it on the desktop where I can find it. Create. GarageBand creates a file, opens a window, and I'm going to, as things load up, because it won't do anything until some of this stuff is loaded up, I'm going to come over here, grab my movie, I'm going to move it over here to this stage. And I know that this is working when the white border on the stage lights up and the plus symbol is on top of my video. Let go and it imports. Now in the simplest form, it shows me a video track and the audio beneath it. As I listen to it once, I will look down below and see the levels of my audio. And remember, I want the audio sort of in the past the halfway mark, getting close to the right side. So here will be a trial listen. Working on a project is as easy as 1, 2, 3. But don't take it from me. What does Ben have to say about it?
Stop. 10 seconds.
Okay, spacebar starts and stops. If I hit the return or enter key, it takes me to the beginning. It's like rewinding. The audio is pretty good here. You can see in the waveform below the loud moments, the quiet moments, the loud moments, the quiet moments. And all this can be affected and changed. If you click the arrow here, you get the wave line. I can either move this up and increase the volume for the overall clip. Loud gets louder, quiet gets louder, quiet gets louder, and loud gets louder. But some of these louds could peak out the meter down below. The best thing to do is find the quiet moments and boost them. And you do it with the 4-dot method. You put a dot on either side of this line, the start of the sound and at the end of the sound. Now go ahead a little to the left and a little to the right and put other dots. These are fade dots. You're only going to move the inner two. Now I move this one up to 3, 4. So now I got to move this one up to 3, 4. If the volume is normal, it fades up to 3, 4. That's 3.4 decibels over 0, and then fades back down. Now let's listen to it. Working on a project is as easy as 1, 2, 3. But don't take it from me. What does Ben have to say about it?
Stop. 10 seconds.
Notice that Ben is quiet again. So let's do the 4-dot method on his. We'll put a dot at the beginning, a dot at the end, a dot just a little to the left, and a little to the right. Then we're only going to lift up the inner points. But Ben is the quietest voice on this entire clip. So let's lift him higher than 3, 4. Let's try 4, 2. Both sides at 4:2. Now let's watch Ben's audio. Keeping our eye on the meter down here. What does Ben have to say about it?
Stop. 10 seconds.
Do you see that we could have even lifted him louder? That's a judgment call. If you read the waveform, 0 being no effect, it was as loud as it was on the video. Didn't adjust it at all. Raised it up a little for the quiet part, back down to where it was not adjusted, back up for Ben, back down to normal. And this is how you adjust it to get the audio levels good enough so that your highs are not too high and your lows are not too low. When you're finished making minor adjustments, you simply go back to Share at the top of the screen, go down to Export Movie to iDisk, Full Quality, Export, put it on the desktop. It's called My Exam 2. Click Save, and you are done. This export, thankfully, doesn't take very long because it's not changing the video. It's just tweaking the audio track only. And that does it. When you have a video exported from iMovie, you bring it in to GarageBand by dragging it from off the screen to on the screen. Then you lower the arrow so that you can see the wave line for all of your audio. You make adjustments for the quiet parts and then export to the desktop. And that's how you export from GarageBand for a finished product with good audio.